Hello, I'm Mike, and welcome to another session of Ultimate Bush Therapy. So in the past couple weeks, I bought this ice fishing tent, and my RBM wood stove showed up in the mail. And I'm going to set it up in my yard and just give it a test run. And we'll see. I just want to make sure I can modify this tent and the wood stove to make sure it's safe, that I can take it out on some amazing adventures out in the cold winter weather of the Yukon. So let's get to it. I just picked up this ice fishing tent, the Clam C-890 thermal, and it's about 10 foot by 10 foot by 6 foot tall. And I'm going to try to modify this to fit my RBM wood stove and be able to do hot tent camping with it. I don't know if it's going to be possible, so I'm going to set it up now and we'll just see. Like it looks like it looks like I could modify this and it would be perfect, but we won't know till we set it up. This thing's super big and heavy and awkward. It says 39 pounds. I'm sure this weighs way more than 39 pounds. I don't buy it, but we'll see. This thing is a monster. Okay. So find the zipper door. Look inside and push this roof up. Well, it's pretty dark in here, I will admit. Oh, there's some windows though. I was hoping that'd be the case. See what we got. Another window. Yeah. Another window. Very good. There's another door here as well on the opposite side. Another window. And open them all up. Get as much light in here as we can. I definitely think I can make this work. Just you got to pin the outside down, stretch it out. Obviously you're gonna have to be very cautious of snow, like excessive snow loads. This isn't gonna handle much of a snow load unless I put a post down the center, which I might modify something that clips in down there and down to the bottom, just so if I am staying for a couple nights and it's snowing heavily overnight, I can, be sure that it's not going to collapse. And it'd be easy enough to put a post. Like it's roomy in here. Like definitely you could fit 3 cots plus gear plus the wood stove. 4 people in here would not be possible. You're going to fit 3 cots barely. 2 people, this is a sweet little portable cabin, really. Just as long as I can make like a hole in the, gonna make a hole in the roof for the wood stove and some protection that I can just clip on to the, onto the rods or something to have fire protection on the wall. Yeah, this is great. I think we can make this work. We got some air vents. That's nice air vents. Perfect. You don't want 1 or 2 of those in here for sure. And there's 1, 2, 3. I count 3. Oh, no, there's 4. Yeah, there's 4 vents. So I think I would open up 1 near the wood stove and 1 on the opposite side of the tent. This is, I'm going to be able to make this work. Yeah, I'm going to definitely modify a post. Just
just for day use, or if I know it's not snowing or it's not gonna be too windy, I wouldn't worry about a post. But okay, let's take a look outside. Got these windows open up. I know I'm gonna have challenges putting this away and setting it up in the really in the deep cold, but I'll figure it out. It's just gonna take some practice. Yeah, there's just these pull straps, and then they pull this so that it bows out, and then the spring effect of the poles keep it inflated. I like it. I like the size of it. They had a smaller version, but I wanted something that was big enough that you could stay in for a few days. There's one of those air vents from the outside. They just have a little bit of rigidness in here to keep it open. Yeah, and you close it from the inside if you want the vent closed. Very cool. What do we got here? We got some pockets. There's some pockets on the inside too. Another pocket. Yes, simple door, but easy. Simple design, I like it. Yeah, and there's some netting. Some netting that clips in up here. You can see some clips there. So you got a little bit of storage on that side, a little bit of storage on this side. If you clip those in, there's another pocket down here. Another pocket over there and another pocket over there. Yeah, so I'm already finding a weak point to this tent. This door, it's so stretched out that like you're putting insane force on the zipper to try to close this. Like it's like dangerously tight. Like I can't, it's pulling super hard on the zipper to try to close that door. And you can't easily stretch them together. Like there's a challenge there. Well, I found the only way to zip that door closed without like on the very edge of destroying the zipper is you have to get this window closed and then you have to pull this wall in like that. So you have to flex it in and then it closes just fine. But if you have it flexed out, like you'll destroy the zipper in 3 or 4 times. Like it's just not feasible to close. So that's something to know. And then just gotta push that back out. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Totally manageable. Okay, this is where I want the chimney to go up basically. So I'm gonna pull the stove out and just set it up here and have a look. That's about center. I don't need all the pipes, but probably 3 pipes should do just to get a position. The ground not being very level is a bit of a problem just for setup, because I want to get this set up proper. I'm gonna have to turn the tent. Okay, I got the spot. Now the nervous part, cutting a hole in the roof and hoping that it doesn't just go whoop. But my thoughts are, if I cut about a 12-inch by 12-inch square and I glue and sew it up real nice with some of that fire protective material, we should be good. I hope. Set up some Kuma LED light strings. It's kind of dark in here. I just bought 2 6-foot lengths of Kuma LEDs. So it's time to try those out for the first time. A nice little roll, that's handy. A nice little pouch. And I think we can just, you know, string these up in the ceiling so we can see what we're doing. Make sure they're facing the right way. Hook my power up right there. So I kind of spin that. That's a bit of light. Let's do 2. I got two strands of it, so 12 feet altogether. I'm hoping it's quite bright. This Kuma bag comes with some ties, sort of like a zip tie, but a little different. And what do we got here? There's a power switch. There must be one in the other bag as well. Anyway, let's string out another thing of lights. That actually adds a decent amount of light. This is awesome. Nice. I might see if I can just permanently mount those in the ceiling structure, because the ceiling structure, the way it folds up, those strings should fold up with it. We'll see. I might have to do a little sewing. They definitely make a difference. Let's see, once they're on, and come on. Yeah. I like it. Now my guess is this material is like heat resistant, but not fire resistant. So I'm just gonna take a corner of it here and we're gonna do a little test. And I'm sure it will conclude exactly what I think, because it feels like a plastic of some kind. I don't know though. So let's just instant. Yeah, like instantly burns. So it's just like a heat shield of some kind. So I don't know if I don't think I'll use that. What I think I'll do is I'll get some tin and I'll make like a sandwich together piece of tin that I can slip into the square, and I'll just cut the square out, sew it and glue it closed, and then have this aluminum insert or tin insert, and we'll just leave that as the floor protector. Yeah, comes with a super basic strap for strapping the tent together, and then it's got this big carry bag that's pretty light material, but that's okay. And then it's got a pouch on the side here with the instructions, and let's see here, there's a bag of ties, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, some ice anchors and some tie down rope. 6 ice anchors, 6 rope tie downs, 1 strap, 1 bag, some instructions, and of course the pop out tent. I mean, so far so good. It's pretty good. I think it'll work for my needs for sure. And now that I know how to close that zipper without putting too much force on it, that makes me feel a lot better. Yeah, roomy. All right, I'm excited to try this thing out. I just got to get that hole cut in the roof and some type of fire protection for the chimney. I don't think I have anything at home today for that, so we'll just
We'll just try out the wood stove in it later this week once I can get materials to make that chimney pipe opening in the ceiling. Feel pretty good about it though. Should work. I just need some fire resistant material. Well, it's been a week and a half now. I've had the Clam C890 ice fishing tent up in my yard here, and it's finally time to get the RBM wood stove going and heat this thing up. I'm excited. It's getting dark, so I'll get the LED lights going on the inside. The temperature is approximately -9 Celsius. All right, I'm pretty stoked. Let's get those LED lights on. Okay, we'll just hook this on here for now. All right, turn the headlamp off. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good light. I don't know, we'll try it with that light. I think it's enough light. But maybe I'll get one more light in here just to brighten things up just a little bit more. And then we'll get this wood stove going. I've cut this 10-inch by 10-inch hole in the ceiling. And it's been sitting here for a week and a half, and there's been no stretch issues or anything. I still gotta sew all the way around these edges. You can see there's a little bit of quilting in there. So I'm gonna glue and sew that square. And then I've made this out of 2 pieces of metal. You can see that it's riveted together. There's that top piece with the hole in it, and then I've got a bottom piece that I've bent to fit up inside here. So you just grab it like so, put it through, and it just fits a little tight. Let's go a little tight. And there we go. Just drops right in there. And then next, we got the stovepipe here. I got one of the pipes already on there. I was centering the stove to the hole best I could. But you just take this pipe, slip it up through there, and just drop it into there. And it's on a little bit of an angle, but you can see I think that'll do the trick, at least for now, just to test things out. Okay, let's check that out from the outside. Yeah, there's the stovepipe coming out, and the metal protector. That should do nicely. So one other thing I got, this is a round sanding pad for doing drywall. And then there's this pole that I have. It's an extending locking pole. And I've also made this disc out of plywood, which goes on the ground right here. You put the bottom of the pole on the center of that, and then you extend this all the way up, right on the center, until it locks. Boom. You can see just sits right on center up there. It's quite strong. And then you come down the pole here, it's got a locking mechanism with these holes, and this next hole down where it's locked is the perfect height. and then just to that in the bottom. Now, this is just so if I'm staying in it overnight or if I'm leaving it up for a few days, if it snows a bunch, the ceiling won't collapse, the roof won't collapse. Because this roof is just, it's got a spring action that holds it up there. You get a bunch of snow on that, it would collapse for sure. So we don't actually need this right now. So I'm going to take it down so that we don't have a pole in the center of the tent, but it's pretty sweet. It works really good. Those LEDs are working good too. Okay, it's time to get the fire started for the first time. Actually fit probably a 2-foot piece of firewood in there. Yeah, a little bit of smoke is coming back out the door, but it's not too bad. Well, I don't know. There's quite a bit of steamy in here. There's a little bit, but I think once it heats up, hopefully it'll get a good draw going. Let's try closing the door, keeping the vent open maximum. Definitely a lot of humidity at the moment. Gonna take a bit for everything to dry out. It's been sitting here a while. I'm gonna keep that door open. Just shuts so nice though. Like it really got some good pressure there. We're gonna leave the door open for a minute. See how that chimney's doing outside. It's looking good so far. Getting a little popping and farting. Okay, I'm going to close it now. Some puffing. Yeah, definitely some bending and bowing, and as soon as I close the door and open the vent to max, it's only combusting in the front part of the stove at the moment anyway. It's like this has to burn here, go all the way over here up, and then all the way over here to the chimney. That's how this is designed. Well, this is going pretty smooth so far. I'm just gonna pop open the vents. We got a little smoke in here already. It's not too bad. What else? We got another vent under here. Yep, open that one. And one over here. Just for now. Kind of sad to have to discolor everything. It looks so shiny and new and nice, but it's time to get using it. Because hopefully this weekend I'm going out on a overnight camping trip ice fishing. So, okay, it's getting humid in here. We'll let it heat up for a bit and check back in. All right, it's time to load this stove up. Ooh, hot. Oh, that could fit so much more wood in there. I didn't even split enough. But we'll leave that much in there, close the door. And we'll let this do its thing for a while. Yeah, you can smell a bit of a kind of a chemically smell or something. Now that it's getting hot, everything's getting seasoned, burning off any protective layer that's on there, whatever. So I'm just going to step out of here for an hour. Let this burn for at least an hour. I got the doors open, the vents open. Things are dripping. You can see so much condensation everywhere, just dripping like crazy. Yeah, we'll just turn the lights off, get out of here, let it do its thing. I'll probably stoke it up one more time. I got the vent open to halfway. I'm gonna go split some more wood and stoke it up to the top. And then we'll just let her do its thing. Okay, it's been an hour. I had all the vents and doors and everything open. And at the moment, that's the temperature in here. So just below freezing, but everything's been wide open. And the stove vent is open, you know, like 1/4. All right, it's time to close all the vents, close the doors, turn the heat up in here a little bit. So I'm gonna leave one vent open, just this one straight across from the wood stove. But it's time to close the doors, turn up the heat, and start cooking some dinner. Oh yeah, there's beauty coals in there. Okay, we're gonna turn that up a little bit. Just gonna, maybe not. Maybe we'll leave it there, and we'll just see if you can put the frying pan on there and start frying meat. I don't know if it'll be hot enough. I'm gonna make some ultimate bush therapy style pork tacos. These are gonna be super flavorful, explosions with flavor. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, first things first, a little bit of ground pork. Let's break those chunks up. I'm not going to use all this pork tonight. Be a little much for my dinner, but I'll use the rest for my lunch tomorrow. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay, that should be good. And this here is medium ground pork. Okay, we'll get some seasoning in there. Got roasted garlic and pepper spice. Always the go-to. Crushed red chili flakes. Ooh, that's going to be a little spicy. People always think I'm crazy with this stuff, but gonna put a little fish sauce in there. That's why I'm not adding any salt. The fish sauce is salty enough. Sesame oil, that's what our cooking oil is gonna be. Put plenty of that in there. Then a little bit later, we're gonna add a bit of sweet chili, just as it's almost finished, for a little bit of sweetness. Okay, I'm just gonna set that on there. And we are going to see how hot I got to turn this up to get that sizzling. Okay, we're going to need the cleaver. Get the cleaver. Prepare some of this yummy stuff. We got pre-shredded cheese. Being a bit lazy. What do we got in here? Oh, we're going to need some of that lime right away. So we'll just cut that in half. I still don't know what I think of this cleaver, but we're going to use it. Take that lime and just squeeze some fresh lime in with that pork. A whole half a lime. We ain't being shy today. That lime's going to cut that fish sauce really good. Add a little sweetness with the sweet chili at the end. It's going to be deadly. Okay, we'll do some red onion. dropped it. Mistakes were made. Luckily, it's essentially snow. I like to chop the onions up super fine. Some tomato. I'm going to chop that up fine as well. Not chop my finger. Okay, got some nice color. We got green, red, kind of like purple red. I just realized we should probably put a little fresh garlic in with the meat. And there's the reason why I love using the cleaver. It's just a nice scoop for your herbs. Let's add some garlic. Look at that. Just sizzling nicely already. Yeah, it turned down. I got like a quarter of the vent open. That's going to be done shortly. It looks so good. Oh, that smells glorious. Yeah, this stove's awesome to cook on. Like, that's sizzling nicely. It's not burning. It's just browning so perfectly. And that's got a nice cold base going on in there. And you can see we got this open 1/4. So far, I'm very impressed with the RBM stove. This is the medium size. I can't remember the name of it. It's the medium size one. You can fit a 22-inch piece of wood in there, and you can fit quite a bit. And it's warming up in here quick. See what the temperature is. Yeah, like 12 degrees Celsius in here. I'm sweating. But I'm dressed for, like, I got long johns on and a couple shirts. I'm going to have to get down to a t-shirt, I think. Do not forget the cilantro. I know a lot of people out there don't like cilantro, but for me, that is my favorite. It's one of my favorite flavors. Okay, there's our taco fixins. We got a little Hellman's olive oil mayonnaise and some Louisiana sauce. Of course, that shredded cheese. That looks like a feast. Just wait for that. Just sit back, relax for a few minutes, wait for that pork to finish being cooked. It's almost done. Like, it's so close. Okay, that pork is done. Nice little bit of color on there too. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna set that right there. Grab our plate. I think our first taco. I'm going with all flour tacos tonight, but usually I'll go 50% flour, 50% corn. That's what we're doing tonight. And I don't saute the onions with the meat because I want a little bit of bite from them, a little bit of freshness.
Oh, the smell of that sesame oil, fish sauce, those chili flakes. I had a little taste earlier and it's given it a nice little bite. Let's do that right now. Oh yeah. I should have put a little sweet chili in there when I was cooking it, but I decided I was going to add it to the meat. And I'm just doing a little layer, not much. You don't want to lose that funk. You got a little bit of a funk with that fish sauce, and it's so good. Okay, let's do some onions, fresh tomatoes. Oh, that looks good. Fresh cilantro. I like lots of cilantro. And then fresh squeezed lime. Oh, that is deadly. That's beautiful. Some cheese. And yes, these will be bursting at the seams, but what's a taco if it isn't a messy taco? A little squirt of mayonnaise. I don't have any sour cream. And a little bit of vinegar with the Louisiana sauce. Okay, get these wrapped up. Sit by the fire, eat some tacos, and just enjoy this sweet setup. I think this is going to be amazing. I got to try it in like -20 though and see for sure. But at -10, like I'm comfortable in here. It's already up to 15 degrees Celsius. So this is fantastic. And 2 people could sleep in here for sure, like comfortably. 3 people would be a squeeze with gear. But 2 people in gear and ice fishing holes, no problem. This is awesome. Okay, I'm going to sit back by the fire and eat my dinner. Get a hit of lime. And then that sesame oil and fish sauce. That nice funkiness from it. So good with the lime. A little bit of sweet and that vinegary-ness. Cilantro. Fresh onion. Fresh tomato. So many flavors all at once. Divine. Just exploding with flavor. It's so good. And yeah, I'm going to talk with my mouth full. Gonna have to get used to that. I'm sorry. The texture of that ground pork. Oh. Fresh, crunchy bites of onion. That little zest from that. This is just amazing. There's another fantastic recipe for you from Ultimate Bush Therapy. Okay, I'm going to get this food done. Get this fire stoked. I'm going to sit back and relax in here and see if we can really raise the temperature up. I won't be sitting too close to the fire when that happens. Okay, I'm going to cook the rest of this pork with spices and everything. Put it in a container for my lunch tomorrow. And I'm just going to enjoy the hot tent, enjoy the RBM wood stove. This turned out really well. I'm super impressed. I think this is going to work out awesome. I think it's really going to work well. Well, thanks for joining me on another session of Ultimate Bush Therapy. Hopefully the next trip will be camping out overnight, hot tent camping with the RBM stove, the Clam 890, ice fishing tent, modified ice fishing tent. Get a cot in here,
and just sleep overnight and see what happens. You know, try it out for the first time. Until the next adventure, keep that fire stoked and stay warm. Thank you for joining me on this session of Ultimate Bush Therapy. I hope this video helped earn your subscription today. If you're interested in supporting more of this content and learning more about me, please visit ultimatebushtherapy.com.